So this is right-sided segment of the front of the house and is basically associated with shias, shahs, sayyid, sadats of the colony. The name of the colony is Sadat colony. So they assume they own the colony, they are responsible to implement the regulations and laws locally, their people in authority or in different organization, etc., etc. I never really had any interaction with them, with this community, so I really don't know much about them. But whatever little I know, I'm gonna share the way I share about other sectors. Uh, Other than that, few years ago, from their side of the house, the water would spill every day whenever they fill up their water tank, on our curb, and it would erode every day. And my brother, they told them to turn that way on the other side because it's eroding our curb. They had fist fight and confrontation, and then it was ended. But when I came back from the office, I was still working with the slumberjay. They had some maybe 100 people outside our house. And I said, this is not the way. But they just told you, turn that away because this is not the way. Other than that, I never really had any interaction, or I don't know much about them. And what I know, they mourn or they beat themselves up for some reason. But my understanding is probably there are not many in the world or in this country other than in Iran. So probably they do that other than religious causes to gain attention or respect or something. Because while growing up, I would hear sadats or shias, their lineage of prophets, so they should be respected more than anybody else. But then I realized, lineage doesn't exempt you from your personal actions. Whatever you do, you're responsible, you're accountable for your own actions, personal actions. If you're causing troubles for others, the lineage doesn't prevent you from any sort of retributions. And another point is they are probably they're obviously one of the main perpetrators in the colony locally. And few days ago, I got confessing V2K from their side, because whichever side I lay down or sit, I get the respective V2Ks whenever they wanted to send those V2Ks. So it was like we are the main responsible, like we did this to your family or whatever is happening. We initiated everything. And considering that, I went back into the time when I was in ninth grade, and there was some teacher, 16-year-old, the female teacher. She was newly hired into the school, and obviously at that time I didn't know that it could be ridiculous, having some teacher, 16 years old teacher into the school. And I've shared in the what happened there. I was abused, and it was most likely there was a time when I was placed into the surveillance, and my house, my other family, they were, sort of placed under sort of neighborhood watch or something like that. So she was basically daughter of some retired military officer or intelligence officer residing inside the Kent secured area where other civilians are not allowed to go. and she was belonged to Shia, um, the religious sect, and ethnicity was Kashmiri. And after that, I start hearing, oh, you look like Indian, like from Kashmir point of view, because they have, Kashmir is a bone of contention between India and Pakistan. And from Shia, obviously, the religious side of the conflict, the passive or the silent conflict was started at that time. And military, obviously, to place you under surveillance. That has other details I've explained in the Dropbox link. Their solution for over a year, what I'm living every day on this side, obviously, there are people every day and night. They roam around on their motorbikes, and anytime at the night, they could come around and enable nukes. But their philosophy, like other people's, their philosophy revolve around like sort of having, if you're putting through castration, the solution is having a indulge with some girl to without wedlock. And from their religious side, I heard they have something called mutha, like a temporary marriage or something. So it's probably it's not